Hi there and welcome back to The Social Host. Today we're talking about some very cool LinkedIn apps, and the first app I want to show you is the Events app. So how do you find apps to add to your LinkedIn profile? Where do you get them from? Well, if you look up here at the top bar on your LinkedIn, you pretty much have everything you need. You go to More, and you can see down here my applications that I use, but if you add applications, they'll be your applications under this bar, and you can click Get More Applications if you're looking for different applications. So when you click that, you land on this page, and it gives you lots of neat applications that you can use to enhance your LinkedIn profile, enhance your LinkedIn experience. You can share files very easily. You can share presentations very easily with Google Presentations. So if you've done a presentation for an event or an organization, you can upload that right to your LinkedIn profile, and people looking at your profile can see that too, which is I think it's a really great app. There's a whole bunch of other apps. So let's look at Events. Events is one of my favorite apps because I think it's a lot easier to use than searching apps on Google, for example. It sorts through all the crap. It actually shows you the industry events. You can break it down by location. You can break it down by type of event. So I've already installed this application, but if I hadn't, I would have an option to install it. I'm going to click Go to Application. If I don't want to go through that whole process, you can see that the events is already in my applications list here, and I can see the most popular events. I can see events that my connections have responded to or are recommending. I can find events. I can look at when they're coming up. I can look at where they are. I can look at event type, whether it be a conference or a trade show or a meetup, training seminar, fundraiser, etc. Here I would type in a keyword. So let's say I'm in the cosmetics manufacturing industry. I can type in cosmetics and do a search. And here I come up with events sorted by relevance, but I can also sort them by date. And it will show me the closest events coming up. But let's go back to sort by relevance because I saw an event that I really love to go to each year. So we've got In Cosmetics 2011 coming up in March. I can click on that. That's a really great event for the cosmetics industry. It shows me the where and when, the type of event. It links me to their website. I can look at the keywords. I can look at who it's intended for, which is really important. Sometimes you end up going to an event and you're not the intended audience and it was not worth your while. So this is intended for cosmetic chemists, research and development, formulators, laboratories, marketing, business development, etc. It tells you who's putting it on. It gives you a little summary, and you can see if anyone's written any comments on that event down there. You can also click on RSVPs. You can see that 131 people have RSVP'd. They're writing that they're exhibiting or they're attending. You can see over here who's organizing, all of that kind of stuff, all to be found in the Events app. So if you're searching for industry events, I think it's a really good app. The best thing about it is you can see who in your LinkedIn network is actually going to those events. You can plan to meet them for the first time or meet up with them if you haven't seen them in a while. I think it's really useful for facilitating that face-to-face contact that's so important in business. So that's LinkedIn Events, and I'll show you a couple more apps in a few more videos. Thanks so much for stopping by, and see you back here soon.